Smash that like button. I wonder who the first blood's gonna be. This is gonna be interesting because this is the first time I've really been doing the live in the daytime, and I wonder if any of the UK subscribers are gonna jump in, or any of the ones from Ireland and all that. Because the ones from UK and everybody over there keeps asking me to do a live earlier because they keep missing it. Thanks for smashing that, bro. Appreciate it, Nesbit. What have I rolled up on? What's up, bro? What are you saying, Nesbit? Family? Yeah, so that's why I'm doing it instead of like, I usually go at like, what, 6 usually? Well, I decided today to go a few hours earlier. Sometimes 7 I go. But I did this specifically because the UK and the subscribers overseas keep asking me, like, telling me they keep missing the lives because of the time difference. So I'm trying to, you know, make it so they can come to it. Hey, NY chick here for you. Hello. You are I know you, Sunset. You've been here for a long time. You got a wrench. And what does that mean, anyways? I got a girl. For real, for real. But thank you anyway. Okay, that's cool. I know you've been subscribed here for a long time. You've been a good supporter. You've been a great supporter. You're always here watching. Like Nesbit, he's great too. You guys are great, man. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Usually I don't go live at this time, but it's fucking hot out today, man. I just went out to go get drinks, right? I went and got one of these drinks, and I was like beating sweat, like just from walking here to the corner store. Thank you. And the reason I'm going live so early, guys, normally I'm like a nighttime kind of live dude, but because I've had like maybe 5 or 6 different requests uh, in the chat, like in comments, asking me to do that because of the overseas people. So I was gonna try to do it earlier. Can I send you a Christmas package possibly? For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you can send me stuff. Every creator loves, even if the fans or viewers, family, whatever you want to be called. Um, you guys are like my family though. So usually it's like awesome even if the people make you something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, like, to me it's like if a viewer got me something, that's special to me because um if they like made it or something, that's even cool too. Like if they didn't buy it and they just made something, that's pretty cool too. But this month, October is a big month for me because I'm a Libra, and October is obviously Libra. And on the 18th is my birthday. On the 16th is my grandfather's birthday. Um, and one of my boys I grew up with, but he's not around. Raining? Oh, it's raining there. Okay, okay. A little sun shower. Like yesterday, I had to wear a coat. I was wearing a leather coat with like a hood. I have this leather coat that has like a gray hood built into it. It's cool. So I was just wearing that, and I was good because it was like a windy. It was windy, but like not cold. I love it when it's like that. To me, this is the best weather when it's not too hot or not too cold. Like when it's just windy, you know. like when it's just windy and like nice out, where you can just wear like a sweater or whatever, like a long sleeve shirt. You don't have to like bundle up or nothing, or wear your t-shirt or something, but not like beating sweat to death. You know what I mean? But yo, we'll wait for a few more people to get in here, and then we'll start getting into something here. Because I wanted to speak on a few things. I got it written down here, the things I wanted to touch on. Yeah. And I'm working on 3 videos right now, guys. If you're wondering how come I haven't been like uploading like story videos and stuff like that, I've been working on trying to put all this like vlog footage together to put it in one video, and then I'm also working on like a different style of video that I've never done really before, that they wanted to see about Toronto drill rappers like that get shot, or stuff that goes on down here in the drill rap scene and stuff like that. Um, the guy put it to me like sort of like what Time 90 does, and he said just do something similar, like not what he does, but something like that, like reporting on, but in Toronto drill rap. You know, he reports on like this stuff that happens in the states, right? Well, that would be like we don't have nobody over here doing that for Toronto, for like Jane and Finch and Regent Park, and you know all of our places that get drill rappers are getting killed like crazy. Like I think 3 weeks ago there was a huge thing that happened, but I got that in the story. So you guys, when that video uploads, it's gonna be sick. But it's my first try doing it, so remember that too. Like it's my first try doing a video like that, so um, that's why it's taking a little longer. And if it's not the best, I'm gonna get better at it. Obviously, practice, right? Remember when I first started the channel here, I was like speaking over everybody. I couldn't freaking even let anybody talk, and now I'm pretty much where it's like, yeah, I can interview people and talk to people and have conversation just like I would in the jail. I think it was to do it like a nervous thing or some shit because of my anxiety. I would just be talking and I don't even like know what I'm saying. Like I'm just keep telling the story. I just want to tell the fucking shit and get it over with type thing. I got it in my head, and it's just like the other person says something and I would just go right over it. And I seen that. I watched a few of the videos back and I was like, holy shit, that's what I do. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta really change that shit, change that style. So that's what's good sometimes for creators to go back and watch their own stuff and from a long time ago or even from recently and just see what you don't like about it and try to make it better. Right? What do you guys think of, like, is that good or no? I don't know. Oh yeah, tent city. Yeah, we got a fucking huge tent city here in the downtown area. It's pretty crazy because it's getting kind of cold now. You know what I mean? It's getting real cold. So I had one of the dudes call me and tell me, man, it's fucking too cold to stay in the tent. I said, why don't you and your girlfriend go to shelters, man? He goes, well, I can't because then we can't like be together because there's no like man and female shelters. So I was like, oh, okay, I feel you, I feel you. So that's kind of sad. But James, what's up, bro? What are you saying, fam? I'm having an early one. I want to see the people from Ireland and all that come because was basically what they asked for. Well, Ro from 60 Days In is going live. She just messaged me and tell me that. Her notification went off. One or the other. Okay, but you guys don't leave. I'm joking. I don't do that. Like whatever you want to watch, you watch because it gets you happiness. Watching the channels, whatever channel brings you more happiness, and whatever channel you're into, that's what I say you should do. But when you're like bouncing around from channel to channel just to try to be in the chats to try to like troll people and shit like that, this shit's fucking weird, man. You don't need to do that shit. And a lot of my friends are speaking about these trolls, and it's every single YouTuber has to go through this shit, same shit, and every time you start getting bigger, I notice is when it starts happening, or if anything good happens to you, like people get jealous and the trolls come out. You know what I mean? When they start seeing a guy doing good, it's called like a crab in a bucket mentality. Like every time the crab's trying to crawl up, get out the bucket, another crab pulls it right back down in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that phrase is, crab in the bucket. Oh, I am in NY. How long would shipping take to Canada? Oh, it only takes like 3 hours to drive here, so I don't think very long. NY is the closest state to Toronto. Detroit and NY are the closest states, and Buffalo. We're basically Toronto's basically closer to NY, Detroit, Buffalo, and places like that than a lot of the other states are. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the other states on the West Coast, they're way further than I am to New York and all that. What's good, Bruce? What's up, fam? Chat bouncers. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what you call them. I call them keyboard warriors, kind of like door warriors in jail. They fucking do the same shit in PC, and that used to piss me off because fuck, man, they're just mouthing off through the bars and shit like that, and they know you can't. They know that you can't get to them. You know what I'm saying? So they just say the most fucking foul stuff. It's because they know you can't get over there. But it was funny one time when a guard said to them, "Yo, you don't want me to open the General Pop bullpen and let them in there, do you?" And the guy's just like, he shut right up. Yeah, and in the hole too. They do that shit, banging on the doors and shit, fucking screaming and yelling and fucking. They can't handle their fucking bids. They can't handle their whole time, so they fucking screaming and acting like a kook, telling the guys in General Pop that we're this, we're that. And meanwhile, it's like, yeah, okay, dude, you're fucking not even coming back to the fucking building. Like, anyway, Gorilla, what's up, fam? Yo, what's up, bro? I was in Buffalo last year. Oh, were you? That's cool. Buffalo's. I'd always wanted to go to Buffalo. I was literally this close to Buffalo when I went on a trip one year when I was like I think a teenager, man, and we went down to Crystal Beach. It's called. Okay, it's called Crystal Beach in Fort Erie, and there's a bridge right there. It's where the Peace Bridge is, right? The Peace Bridge goes from Fort Erie right over to Buffalo, I believe. And you can literally, I'm going on this big huge pier thing and I'm jumping off like this thing. It's like a 50-foot cliff thing at Crystal Beach, right? And you jump off and land in the water. I didn't know if there was anything under there, but I was jumping off because everyone else was. You know what I mean? It was like a fun time. Everybody's jumping off this thing and laughing, and we really probably could have swam over to the other side to Buffalo. Like you could literally see it where we're swimming and laughing and having fun. Like you can see right there across where the bridge goes. It's right there. There's Buffalo. You know what I mean? But I didn't get to like go over the border side, like because obviously my record and shit like that. Even back then, I had a record. Is it Snowy legit? Do you rate him? We call them window warriors in the UK. Okay. Oh, good. The UK guys came. Good, good. Because I was just talking about that before you guys showed up. Anyone that's here from the UK or like Ireland, any places like that, I want to know if you're here because I specifically did this live for you guys because you guys kept saying that you kept missing the lives on Saturdays because they're very late at night and it's like 4 in the morning. If it's like 7 at night here. So I tried to make it earlier so that way you guys could do it. And if this isn't a good time, then I've got to do it like in the mornings or something. You know, just trying to get everybody be able to get here. You know what I mean? I want to go back one day soon and go to Niagara Falls. Yeah, man, Niagara Falls is cool. And Niagara Falls is attached to the other Niagara Falls, which is the state's Niagara Falls. We both got Niagara Falls. We both have that. That's cool. And our Niagara Falls are like joined together or something like that. It's pretty neat. For people that didn't know, but ours is better. Sorry. Oh my god. That's one thing we do have better. Like, so much stuff though that I like about America that I don't like about here, but there's so much things that I like here that I don't like about there because the guys that tell me like the time that gets over there, the amount of time you get for certain charges over there is like crazy to me because damn, I'd be doing life over there with the amount of shit that I did and charges that I did. It's like damn, those times I was getting 3, 4 years would have been like fucking 10, 20 years or some shit like that. In the States, they don't joke around with this time, man. They fucking give people too much time, I feel. You know? Like for civil assault or some shit, I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like something Canada would give somebody like 3 or 4 years for. They're giving them fucking 20 years for it. It's crazy. I got my passport, so I will come check out y'all side out. Then, oh, sick! You got your passport? Nice, nice. You gotta have a passport and you gotta have no record, or at least been out of trouble for 10 years off papers. I've read all into it. Trust me. I want to go to the States. I've never left Ontario. I've never left uh, Toronto. I've left Toronto. I mean, I've never left Ontario, right? I was born downtown Toronto at Mount Sinai Hospital. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to see things. I want to experience life. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out there and like actually see different places, not just on the TV. You know, just on the JM message deleted by Nisbet. Uh oh. Don't tell me we got a troll. 100 Canada family coming from Northern California. Much respect. There's nothing wrong with that comment. Nisbet, don't do that. Because Nesbitt, I'm having a problem right now with one of the mods are sneaking, putting all the nice comments into the spam where you're supposed to put the bad negative comments and the trolls. I literally had to go in there and there was like 30 nice comments from people, like the nicest comments you've ever heard. And I'm just like, huh? Why aren't these? Huh? Why are one of the mods taking these away? Didn't make sense to me. But I took them and put them all back and just gave them likes and hearts and shit because they were really nice. Like shit, like Bruce says here, like all the time, like oh, like you have the best channel or some shit like that, and it's like thrown into like as if it was a troll or something. It was weird, but I think we have a troll on the wrench. But what I plan on doing is just taking all the wrenches right one day and then just giving them out like slowly one by one, like to each person, so I know exactly who has them and who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can know who has them. Because I gave out so many, it's like I can't even keep track who has what. Because we do that, and it's because I just want to do that so I know the people have been here for a long time watching. You know, and when they've been here for a long time watching, I trust my viewers. I trust them, and that's the way I am. I trust you until you give me a reason not to. You know what I'm saying? I'll trust anyone until they give me a reason not to. DK, what happened? But I don't know. I didn't do nothing. Sorry. That's cool. Quality control is smart. Yeah, for real. I didn't do nothing. Oh, okay. Okay, Nesbit. It said deleted by you, but that's okay, bro. Fucking, there's been a freaking hacker in the chat, and we know who it is. We know who it is. It's Justin, and he's in a wheelchair, and he left Broken Misfits, and he's having a real bad time. He's really just depressed, and he's got a real shitty life. So all he does is troll me and Cuzzo and the Broken Misfits nonstop every day. Fucking, you get trolled by him at least once. Something happening. He breaks into the chat somehow. I don't know how he does it because he's blocked, but he gets into the chat and he'll start fucking making so certain people can't see each other if they're like close people in the chat that talk all the time. He'll just do little weird shit so they can't see each other's names. Like the one time me and Anna, he did it to me and Anna, we couldn't see each other's names or anything we were writing to each other. You know, just weird shit like that. It's not even anything that's gonna do anything to us. It's just weird. It's just creepy. It's like stalkerish. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, 100%. I know it's not you, bro. 100%. Yeah, actually, you know what? That was actually really funny, bro. Here. That was funny. He's like, it's not me because he didn't have a wrench. Well, now you do. Now you have a wrench. Everyone else has a damn wrench in here. Oh, wait. Ruby doesn't have a wrench. Okay, Ruby, you got a wrench too. You've been here for quite a couple times now. Thank you, Ruby, for coming. And sorry I didn't say hi. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Ruby. I missed yours because there was a lot of comments coming in at once. That's why I always scroll back up, guys. If you guys think, oh shit, he missed my comment. Oh shit, what a jerk. Don't think that because I always scroll back up and see if I missed shit. Remember, I do that a lot. You feel me? Cool, cool. For the content creator, live streams can be tricky even with their actors. Yeah, yeah, true. It is. And it's a really hard. People think like it's just so easy, you know? They think like it's just so easy to be a YouTuber because you don't have to leave or whatever because you can do it on the privacy of your home, right? Well, just because you're at home doesn't mean that it's easy. Um, Especially when you're like guys like certain guys like me, for example, and other people that haven't really made it yet where we can just live off the YouTube money. We haven't really started making that kind of money yet. At the like when you're just starting to start out, right? And that's the goal. But like, so in the meantime, people don't realize that you're working a full time job as well, like a full time construction job that drains all your energy. Fucking construction's like a heavy job, fucking on your body. Like, um, what is it called? Physically, you know what I mean? And then come home and it's like, okay, you beat your body down to death at work for like however many hours, and then you come in and you do the YouTube for like another 5 or 8, 10 hours, depending. And then that's like mind, you know. So it's like you're working your mind and you're working your body at the same day, and then you end up with only like 2 or 3 hours sleep a night because you're up all night editing, and then you end up being like me and Cuzzo and getting really sick because we don't sleep enough, and we ended up getting so freaking sick that we were like, well, I don't know what he was doing. He can say what he was doing. I was literally throwing up and shit. I'd wake up in the morning after like 2 hours sleep, and I would literally like think I'm okay. I'd be in there, brush my teeth, wash my face, and I'd get sick all of a sudden. Start feeling like, whoa, you know, like I got to go back to sleep or some shit. But so that way we started getting on a routine now because that was just crazy. I can't do that forever. So what I started doing was marking shit on a calendar and like doing routine, kind of trying to get on some sort of a schedule routine. You know what I mean? That's the best thing that I can think of. So I'm gonna try to go to bed like the same time every night, but it's hard because you know when you're editing and shit and you don't have much time. So it's like you use the middle of the night when people are asleep as like extra time in the day because you don't have enough hours in the day. It's like that, you know. But yeah, you gotta pace yourself for real, and that's why you see that we've been like kind of resting a little bit and shit, putting out shorts and that, and yeah. Now I've been, but behind the scenes though, I've been working too. Though that's what people don't realize. Like there's 2 videos that are almost done. You know what I mean? I'm working on 2 different videos that are almost done. So I got lots of content coming. Don't worry about that. It's nice to go to bed at the same time every night. Yeah, that would be nice. And it gets you actually more mentally strong and your body strong too. Just sleeping every night like that. Um, what was I gonna say? Piece of stuff. I shall protect the channel with my life. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Ruby. That's awesome. Oh, Chris Bird just jumped in. What's good? What's good, Chris Bird? 6 hours per week plus commuting. We triggered mono. Oh, frig, really? Yeah, eh? Damn. I didn't know that. I didn't know. Thanks for telling me. That's sorry you went through that, man. That's or not, you're not a guy, but I mean, Thanks for that. You went through that. That sounds like a lot of working hours, man. That's fucking 60 hours. That's crazy. Um, yeah, I just love the chat, and you guys are the awesomest. I wouldn't even be like doing this if it wasn't for you guys. Like honestly, wasn't trying. I keep going blank in my mind. I don't know why, but honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, like I probably wouldn't even do the YouTube because I was like right into the music. I want to do my music, and it was your guys' encouragement that got me to do the channel for real, because I got the interview with Doc, Doc 813 TV, right? My homie, our homie from Broken Misfits and all that. He just got Omer on his back tattooed. That dude, my homie. So he friggin' he's from Florida. He put me on there on his platform without even me having a channel, and friggin' got to tell my story on his platform. And then all his subscribers, well, not all of them, but like 5 or 10 of you guys were like, "Yo, man, you got to do your channel. You got to do your channel." And I said, "Well, I just put a song up, like on a channel, but it's not like a prison channel. It's a song, but it's a song I wrote in jail. And it was a song about jail." And they're like, "Yeah, do a channel." And then that's how it started. I started the channel. Big. I came back that same night, and I think I uploaded a video or some shit talking about my uh, backstory, like stuff like that. Doc TV isn't putting out content anymore. I noticed. Yeah, I noticed. Everybody needs a break. Everyone needs a rest sometimes. Like I said, like sometimes it's just so much. You know, it gets to be a lot. Um, I don't honestly know why. I really don't. But I can just guess why. You know what I mean? I can just see. Like I can imagine if it was me. He's been doing it for years and years, right? I believe he was doing it way longer than me. So in this 1 year that I've been doing it, I don't know if he works construction or not, or if he's just full time YouTube. But I know for a fact when you're doing a full time job and you're doing the full time YouTube and you're doing music, it's like almost like people think, "Oh, look at you're tired, you're on this, you're on that." I've heard them say that to cousins, or they say it to me about, "Oh, you look like you're on some." Well, you don't sleep and work 2 jobs and see what you look like. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have drugs to wake us up. So it's like we're not doing that. So that's why we get tired. Make sense? Right? You don't want to burn out and crash. Exactly. Exactly. No, I don't want to do that for sure. No. I got some good ideas though. I got some good plans coming up. Don't worry. Some good things are going to change soon in the future, hopefully. Hopefully, this big plan of mine is going to go through. I can't talk about it though. But it's like, if that goes through, our channel is going to be set. And we'll probably blow up real quick. You don't want, yeah, I already read that. What's up, Bugsy? What are you saying, Bugs? Good to see you here, bro. It really is. I'm going to sit up a bit because freaking, I can't sit in the same spot too long, eh? I get like, um, not like ADD kind of thing. I just get like, I don't know, hard to explain. I don't like it though. I don't like sitting in the same spot, and I don't like when the freaking camera doesn't get to see me properly. So I was like, you guys could only see this much. Yeah, bro, we're just shooting the shit. I don't know really what we're even talking about. We're not really even talking about nothing. If anyone wants me to talk about like anything, let me know. I'm just talking to you guys, figuring out what you guys are all up to. Oh shoot, did I miss something from the UK? Keep the faith, dude. We'll spread the word and get you over that 1,000 subs monetization mark. You got a new fan here in the UK. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, Paul. I really appreciate that, Paul. I did this live specifically for my viewers in the UK because 2 or 3 of them had asked me, hey Eddie, we keep missing your Saturday Night Live, and we really like it. sorry, but we did rewatch it. Stuff like that. So I was like, damn, I want them to be able to like actually come to a live, you know, because they're always on Saturdays in the nighttime. So I figured, well, I might as well just do it a different day and just go live in like daytime. So if that's cool, then I'll go live sometimes in the daytime, like around like noon, and then that way it's even earlier for you guys. You know, when you got viewers from everywhere, it's cool. I love it. It's awesome. Maybe Fresh Out could interview you in the future. Oh, damn. Fresh Out. That's like one of the OG original channels, right? Yeah, Big Herc, right? Yeah, I keep up on that because I know who's in the genre. Like, I don't watch the content, you know what I mean? But I keep up on like who's in the genre and stuff. Or I try to anyway. There's so many now. All good. Enjoyed your interviews on Cuzzo and Doc. Okay, thank you very much, bro. Appreciate that. You know, a few of the interviews at the beginning of my channel, I was just telling the viewers like I was speaking over the people a lot. You know, I wasn't used to the YouTube yet, and I was seeing myself because I watched them back speak over some of the people. I felt bad, and I was like, man, I gotta really learn how to talk, like back and forth without interrupting. And so when I watched those back and I did that and I thought that to myself, I after that I've been really trying to like uh, not interrupt in the interviews and let the person finish talking. And yeah, it's been a lot better, you know, because I constantly keep that in my mind now, like don't interrupt. Right? Yeah, you live and you learn, right? And you get better with practice, right? The more you do it, the more you get practice, right? Like I was talking about interviews from like 6 or 8 months ago, like at the beginning. Some of them I did good on, and some of them I didn't interrupt, but like some of them I really interrupted, and I was just like, oh well, damn, that really not good. That wasn't a good interview. I thought it really was a really good interview, and I was wondering why nobody came over to subscribe, and now I know it wasn't a good interview. I was freaking interrupted every minute, and we couldn't even like have a normal conversation. So that's why now I literally you can see the last few interviews I've been really going in on like not talking at the same time. Like really trying. You're a quick learner because your interview skills are great. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's why, because I watch my old interviews and I freaking see whatever I was doing wrong and I try to change it, you know, try to get better, try to. That's the thing. Guys should watch themselves because that's what I did and that's what helped me. If you think you want to do better and stuff, go watch one of your old videos of you being doing an interview of like 5 or 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll see what you're doing wrong or whatever, or you'll see if you've done better now or whatever. You were more nervous in the beginning. Yes. And see now I got the family here, you know, all the subscribers and the viewers and stuff, and I know all of you in that, and it's like because the same people come a lot, and I notice this. I notice if you come here a lot to my stuff, I notice it. Trust me, I do. And that's why I do these wrenches because if you come here like couple to the Saturdays and you keep coming to the lives, then I give the wrench so that I know okay this person's a repeating viewer, you know, not a new viewer. Because then when the new viewers come, they don't have a wrench, so you know right away. Oh, this is a new viewer. It happens, man. I've never been to prison myself, but I've had suspended sentences, probation, etc. And I'm the same when talking about it. I cut others off and talk over them and get carried away. Yeah, as Ruby says, we live and we learn through it. Yeah, you know, it is like that because you get carried away and excited, and it's not even like you're excited, like happy or excited, like in the moment, like you want to have fun or laugh, but you're like getting excited because of the adrenaline of what you're thinking about, of what you did. You know what I mean? And if you're telling the truth and it's a true story, you will get worked up and a little bit of adrenaline from it because of the story you're telling. You lived through it, so you're going to be seeing these images in your mind, and then that's going to be working up your, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does. I got a squeaky chair too, like endlessly. Remember her interview? She kept saying she has a squeaky chair. This thing does too. It's like I need one. I need a new one for sure. See that? It's like the ghettoest chair ever. I'll be here when you are at 100,000 subs. I can say I knew you when you were an up and coming channel. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know which ones have been here since the beginning and stuff. Yeah, I wish. I hope so one day. That would be awesome. That'd be cool. I just want to get to the 1,000 first, you know? That'd be good. I noticed though we have been doing a lot better. I'm going to share this with you guys. I was in my analytics maybe last night or the night before, and I was looking at it, and it said the last 28 days we gained 66 subscribers. I don't know if that's good. It is good compared to before because the month before that, I don't think we even gained one subscriber. So, yeah, it's doing a lot better, I guess. And definitely a lot better. 66 is really good subscribers for me. And some people might not think it is that have bigger channels that get like friggin' 500 subs every minute. But that is a lot for me anyway. And I appreciate it. I look in the analytics all the time because it helps me figure stuff out. Like it literally tells you so much details right down to the last like percentage of females and males that watch your stuff, percentage of what country watches what, like UK percentage this much, US this much. It tells you all that in these graph bars, and it's really cool. I like it because it can teach you. It can actually teach you when to go live, when your viewers are watching the most. You know, different things like that. It's like, yeah, it's really really good. It's in the studio, your homemade studio or your YouTube studio thing for the creators. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. It took those channels years to get to 500,000 subs. Yeah, except for there's certain, yeah, but I've seen guys go on an interview and just all of a sudden take off on Death's channel. Death put a lot of people on the map, just having an interview on his show. Guys didn't even have channels, and they got an interview on his show and basically 20,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? And then they were basically didn't even have to do nothing really to work for the shit. That's just some people get lucky like that. You know what I mean? Some people just catch on like that. People just love them like that. I don't know what it is. It's just like that. And then there's other people that just are grinding and grinding and grinding. But then they eventually get there and then they appreciate it probably a lot more because they had to work their ass off to get it. And the other people just had to hand it. It took those channels. Yeah, I know, man. It did. Like Death Lockdown, he's awesome, man. Like and Big Herc, those are like the two OGs that I think are the OGs, like that actually when I first heard of the genre, I was like, what? Prison shows, jail shows on YouTube, like people really want to watch this stuff? Because I was always freaking telling like people around in my real life these stories, and they would literally be like, oh, I've heard that one before. Tell me a different one. And some of them would be like, oh man, you're not gonna be talking about that shit again, are you? And it's like not my fault because like we're shooting the shoot reminiscing on our past and this and that. You're telling me about you went to this place and you went to this one and you went to this one. Well, I only fucking went to jail, so I don't have anything else to talk about. Fuck. You know? It's like that. It's like, what the fuck do you expect from me, man? What am I supposed to talk about? I'm talking about my past. Like, there's not really anything else. You're doing the time like that. Fish Out would be a cool channel to get you grow yourselves, or yeah. The only problem is with me, I'm kind of scared to ask people to fucking interview me. I don't know why. I think it's like kind of like a clout chaser type of shit. I don't want to be looked at like that. And it's like it is kind of like weird asking somebody, you know, if someone wants to interview you, they'll probably ask you to interview. Because when I want to interview somebody, I go and ask them, hey, you want an interview? You know what I mean? Hey, you want to come on the channel, tell your story? Hey, you want an interview? You know, like, so to go up and ask someone for an interview, especially somebody that big on a platform like that, first thing they're gonna think is like, this guy's a fucking clout chaser, right? So you do have to watch that kind of thing. Like, if people offered, whatchamacallit, like Chad offered to fucking interview me, right? That's different. I didn't go and ask people to get interviewed. I think every interview I've done, pretty much, I've been asked. And then every interview that I've interviewed people, I've asked them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's how it goes. So I've never really gone up and like asked somebody. Because what if the person said no? Think about how you would feel. If the person was like, no, I can't interview you, you'd be like, holy fuck, why did I ask? That's fresh showed as a fan too. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, that's what the fans do. That's awesome. I love that. That's what Matt Clark said happened. He goes, yeah, because me and him are both from Toronto and a lot of the same jails. A lot of the fans kept going back and forth. Why don't you go and interview on his channel? And then they go to his and say the same, and they kept doing that. And yeah, that was one of the interviews that I felt bad on because friggin' I kept cutting Matt off a few times, and I yeah felt bad about it. But overall, it was a good interview because we were like finishing each other's sentences sometimes because we both knew what each other were going to say basically because we've both been in the same jail. So we're describing how the jail is, and obviously it's going to be like we both know. If I'm describing the shower or describing how the pod is, it's like it was just a pretty cool interview because we both in the same jails and stuff. The only thing that annoys people probably is just me talking over them. So if you can deal with that, then it's a good interview. I watch people with different experiences so I can stretch my brain and heart. Aw, that's cool. That's nice of you. You know, I'm the same way. I don't watch a lot of prison content or jail content because of this. And this will make sense to you guys, okay? I lived all this jail time, all that time that I did, okay? And now I'm making YouTube videos about it constantly in my life, right? Which is like consuming a big part of my life, making these videos and my channel, right? Then I also support a couple of my other homies, right? Channels when they live or they're doing shit, I'll go smash the like and go comment in the chat and shit. You know what I mean? And it's not because like, oh, I love their content. You know what I'm saying? It's because I want to support my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, the last thing I'm gonna watch when I'm going and getting my free time, I'm like, if I'm gonna go watch something and I'm like trying to relax, last thing I'm gonna want to put on is fucking a prison channel. You know what I'm saying? I go and watch prison channels to find out shit about information about work. Like, oh, do I want to interview this dude? Oh, what's this dude's story? Like, you feel me? Like, it's almost like it'll feel like I'm just researching for an interview or something, right? So it won't really feel like I'm having fun or nothing. It's just research. It's just what I do. It's my life. It's what I lived. It's what I breathe. It's what I am. It's fucking so to go watch that shit for entertainment. It's like, no. I'd rather go watch fucking something else. You guys get that though? I think a lot of us are like that. I think a lot of this genre, the guys in the genre. I think a lot of the guys in the genre don't really go around and like watch content like that. You know what I'm saying? If they have homies and shit, they go around and support their homies. You know, but it's mostly like you said, you want to learn stuff, infatuate it with, or stretch your mind. So people that never been in there, a lot of people that never been in there love these kind of stories. It's them type of people that love these stories because we try to make it so real for y'all that it's almost like you're going in there in your mind, like you're kind of visualize it the way we tell the stories sometimes. If it's a good storyteller, the guy is good at what he does, then you should be able to like kind of picture it, you know? And it's almost, I think, it's so cool YouTube is, isn't it? How the world has changed and stuff like that. Like for real, when we were growing up, it was like flip phones, and um, the world wasn't like that. I remember they just had come out with the computer, and it was like garbage. It was like take forever to freaking come on, and you'd have to dial up on the phone cord or something on the actual phone, and and then your phone would be tied up because of the internet, stuff like that. I remember those days, man. I was a little kid, like real little. I remember that shit. That's weird that I remember that, but the only things I really remember from when I was like 3, 4 years old is that and like the first day of school, going to kindergarten. Because I went to kindergarten when I was 3 years old. Not a lot of people go to junior kindergarten when they're 3 years old. Usually it's 4 or 5. It's weird. It's because my birthday's in October, so I turned 4 in October. You know what I mean? It's weird, but yeah, I was in school for a while. I was 3 years old, and they have junior kindergarten and senior kindergarten here. So, and then I heard your guys' shit goes from 0 to grade 6, and then that's it. That's like your elementary, and then you have like a junior high, 7 and 8, and then in high school. See, we don't have that. We just have the 0 of kindergarten to grade 8, and then the high school. So we don't have junior high. That's oh yeah. I think it's a gang thing at times. You say Crips and Bloods and cliques come in. Example, Pino and Jake 1090. But in the bigger picture, your story is just as valid. For sure, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, I might not be a gang member, but like, okay, there's the gang members, right? But then there's also guys like me that will still stand 10 toes down, but like, we're more of like a gangster. We never join gangs. We're like a gangster. We're our own person. You feel me? I'm a gangster. I ain't no fucking gang member. And nothing against no gang members. Like I told you guys, 98% of my friends that I grew up with and my friends still to this day, any friends that I do have, are fucking drug dealers and gang members. So I ain't no, like, I'm not new to that. You feel me? Like, I know all the politics, I know everything because it's just like, I'm there all the time and it's just my friends. You feel me? It's like family to me. They're with my family. They call me cuz, they call me whatever they call each other, but it's just, I'm not in the gang. That's all. I'm more like just their family. That's okay. And I don't care about that. I don't need to have a gang label to fucking, you know, whatever. And I fought a lot of gang members in jail too, and I could have got killed. You know what I'm saying? I could have got killed. They could have jumped me. They could have killed me. But I think they respected the fact that I always stuck up for myself and always fought for my shit. And everybody else, the little bitch asses, would just leave and fucking leave the range. And some of them would just hug it, and that would bug me. They would just get their shit stolen and shit like that, their food taken, and they would like just sit there and like hug it and not do nothing. And I would just be like, they're gonna be doing that the whole fucking time you're here. I'm thinking in my head, and sure enough, it happens. It gets worse and worse, and they start just taking everything to the point where you're on a vegetable diet. And you're just getting vegetables, and they're taking your meat portion. Like for real, that's how grimy it is. Because guys are like literally starving in there because they're full-grown men. Some of them, most of us, over 200 pounds, and they give you a little fucking kitty meal with like 3 different things, and it's literally like something you would feed like an 8-year-old. You know. I remember the first cell phone came in a suitcase, literally. Oh, I think my dad had one of those when I was little. I remember my dad had one of those. I think were they like freaking huge, like huge things, and they had big battery things, and you had to put the battery on and charge the batteries, almost like my fucking screw gun. How you have to charge your screw gun batteries? Oh my god. My first cell was the size of a brick. Holy shit. A brick? That's not too big. For sure, I loosely know a few guys from the United Nations in Vancouver, and they all regret the gang life. Yeah, exactly. Okay, any of the guys that I grew up with that were like higher up ranking gang members in the gang, because I just went there 2 weeks ago, so I can speak on this because I just went there and tapped in with all the homies 2 weeks ago. How many guys can say that about they went back to their block? Half you guys fucking scared to go to your block. Anyway, um, so yeah, fuck it, man. I know a lot about it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, about regretting the gang life. That's what I was about to say. Regretting the gang life. Yeah, a lot of the guys that were higher ranking members and stuff like that moved out of the projects now. Because when I went there, like my three best buddies that are in there weren't there. They had moved out and bought houses and with a family and have their own family and shit going on. And so they had to call the guys that were there called to see who I was and shit like that. Like the little guys, the little homies. They called up to wherever the big homies were at and fucking asked them. And then whatever the big homies told them, they came out giving me beer, fucking Grey Goose bottles, barbecue, the whole 9 yards, right? And I was like so drunk because I don't drink. And fucking they got me plastered. And I got some footage for y'all that I'm gonna put up in the vlog. I'm walking home from this Jane and Finch, right? And I'm literally fucking so like you can tell I'm drunk. I'm talking different than I normally do. Okay, you're gonna see me talking like slashed. Um, so I hadn't drinking in like freaking years, like 4 years. People even ask me to drink on my birthday or Christmas, New Year's and shit. I might like give them a little toast and take a sip. You know, I'm like a what do you call it? A social drinker. You know what I mean? So when you're a social drinker, yeah, it's like I got booze here for days in the cupboard. I don't drink it, but because it was a special celebration, you know, going back to the block after so many years and now changing my life around, like doing so much jail time and then changing my life around, right? Turning my life around, doing what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? They were all proud of me. And fucking, they were like, you know what, good job, you're doing what you're doing and shit. And then afterwards, once people found out I was there, people started coming out everywhere. Like a bunch of older guys and a bunch of guys that knew me came over from the other place, wherever they were, and they came to the spot where usually everybody plays dice. And because I expected to go out there and see everybody playing dice, and I got out there and it was like nobody there, and it was just like a couple little kids running around on bikes and shit, like little teenagers running around bikes doing little chops. With everything in life, the risk has to be worn. The gain, yeah, yeah, exactly. It's not worth it. It's not worth it no more. You know what I mean? That's why I got that sign that says I ain't a trapper no more. You know, I got a new hustle. Don't gotta sell rock. We got IG, FB, and TikTok. You feel me? That's one of my bars anyway. Yeah, alcohol's a gateway drug. Yeah, that's true. You can get too drunk and then all of a sudden start. I could see that. Whoa, when we started talking about the gang shit, the chat dropped from 8 to 4 quickly. Dang. Why why would you watch something called Canadian Jail War Stories? You know that means gang war stories, right? Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about next? Oh my god. I don't understand some people. Yo, what do you guys want to talk about? You see, this is Jason, eh? Jason Maya, or what is his name? Jason Voorhees. I love Jason. I love scary movies. Shit like that, man. I love to be scared. But not like that screaming, fucking cutting them up, torturing them type of shit. I don't like that at all. I like the one where it's like a mind. It scares you in the mind. Like it's freaky, like, like those psycho stalker crazy women that try to like break up the husband and wife, and you know what I mean, right? And they try to freaking, and it gets all mind fucky and everything. Those are the ones that I like. It makes your mind like think about it, not get scared, but like, holy shit, that's like, oh, it's that scenario, right? Yeah, man, I love Halloween and Friday the 13th for sure all day. And you guys know I always wear Crooks and Castles, right? So I loved it when I found Crooks and Castles fucking this. It was like one of my favorite shirts. And then on top of it, Jason has a gun. Like, come on, you can't even beat that. Do you get into Halloween? Oh, fuck yeah, I love Halloween. Okay, I'm a Libra, right? So my birthday is October 18th. So think of that. October is like my month. I love October. October's always been a good month for me. It's always been like a good luck month for me. Um, Halloween is awesome. I love Halloween. I love the whole everything scary and decorating the houses and stuff like that, and like seeing all the costumes and stuff. I think it's real cool. I hand candy out too. I'll put a big bowl of candy out. But I'm one of the dudes. I'll hand candy out for like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. But then I'm one of those people that I'll put the whole bowl there so you can steal it. I don't care. You can steal the bowl. Go ahead, take it. Right? That's what we used to do when we were kids. If I seen a big bowl on the thing and it said take one of each, fuck that. We're taking the whole thing and dumping it in. We're good. We don't even gotta go do no more houses. Right? Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Now other holidays like Easter, making turkey, that's just a pain in the butt. Any holidays that you gotta make turkey on, and all the dishes and all that, I guess it's worth it though. But just turkey is a lot to do, especially when you're a guy by yourself. There's no point. You know what I mean? Imagine I'm gonna make a turkey Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, a single guy. Like I know how to make it. My grandma's recipe, right? I know how to cook it. I'm not gonna. You know how much leftovers and waste that would be? You know? That's what I always think about. It's like when you're eating alone and by yourself, you gotta really think, because it's like you can always, when you make food, you can always feed a second person. You know what I mean? It's weird like that. When you see me go like that, it's like I'm trying to think of what I'm saying. Trying to, I've got too much in my mind lately, yo, where it's just like, you don't even know. Make turkey roll ups with sliced turkey. Right. Cool, cool. I was hoping certain people came. I'm glad all you guys are here, though. I love each and every one of you guys. Hey, Paul. I like this Paul dude, man. He's cool. I'm gonna give you a wrench. You're part of the family now, Paul. And you've been. Sounds like you've been. Yeah, sounds like you've been in the mix, bro. So you know what I'm talking about then. If all your boys were gang members and drug dealers, and you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, I wasn't a drug dealer. I was a drug dealer. I was a bad guy. I was fucking evil, yo. I was fucking very violent and hurt a lot of people. And I'm sick about it. Like it makes me sick when I think about it. And when I tell the stories on here, it makes me kind of like almost like therapy. You know what I mean? It's almost like therapy in a way. Yeah, no problem, bro. It is, and I've heard other guys say that too. A few other guys that have the see. Some guys have done a lot of jail time and they come out and their mind is fine, right? But that's because maybe they didn't do so much time in the hole. It's the hole that fucks your mind up, not the jail. Well, the jail will fuck your mind up a little bit, but I mean nothing compared to the hole. The hole is gonna fucking mess your fucking head up. And people that go in the hole for long extent periods of time come out and it's like they're not ever the same again. You know, and it's true. It's frig, man. My homies are doing time in there, like that guy that did his fingers. Holy fuck, bro! The guy bit his fingers off and shit. I think his name is John. Don't quote me on that. Tried to interview him, and then interviewing Payne's, uh, I guess, reviewed the interview. I don't know. He was talking about him too, though, and yeah, that and he had the screw in his head because he got so freaking in the hole so long. He had the screw and he was screwing it in his head like that, and a fucking chunk of his till a chunk of his skull fell out. And then they literally had put a plate in his head. This guy's still alive to talk about this shit. And he's out now. He was supposed to do life, and it's just a miracle that this guy's alive. To tell you the truth, like bit two of his fingers off, and then unscrewed his freaking skull like with a screw. That must have taken a long time. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and I'm not ever gonna be jealous. You just tell me where you are, tell me what you're doing, because you guys are the best. You don't go over to the other freaking ones in the middle of the live, yo. You see, look what just happened. 12 fucking people dropped down to three. Three! Okay, it's back to five. Damn! Guys fucking don't love me no more, man. You guys are hating. Obviously, not the ones that are still here, obviously. Okay? A prison cooking channel with guests who were ex-prisoners, prison food. Yeah, that's cool. I like the ones that do that. I have a couple recipes on here, but the delicacy, it's called a punch. We have that down here a lot. Everybody remember to smash the like for me. Yeah, we have that in our jails down here a lot, and that's a big, big, big deal down here in our jails. Like those punch things that the guys make. That's like how they do spreads in there to like bond and shit. You guys do the spreads to like you know show you guys are like close or a tight crew or a gang or whatever you guys do in the jails down there. Not speaking to the people in chat, I'm just saying in general what they do down there, and what they do here, right? Totally different. Totally different. Yeah, because the stuff down there is like a spread, and here it's just like it's a punch. But we do have different little things like well, I made that little burrito thing up. I loved doing that. That was sick. And people used to always put their bread in those little chip bags, right? And when they put their bread in the chip bags, it does keep it fresh. So that's a fucking tip right there, or a hint right there. When you go into jail and you don't have anything to save your bread in, the shit goes stale, and you might not want to eat your bread at the meal, but you might want to save that bread for later because you're gonna get hungry. You know what I mean? To make a sandwich or something. I've seen guys even making butter sandwiches, and I've seen guys make juice crystal sandwiches. Okay, that's sad, but it is sad. But they gotta eat something, and they're starving, and that's all they have in their cell was juice crystals and bread. So they put the bread on there, and they ate the juice crystals. Like I don't know, made it a sandwich. And it's like pure sugar almost. Yeah, guys will do almost anything for food in there, man. Honestly, because they don't give you enough. So guys are constantly hungry, especially guys that don't have any canteen. The guys that don't have no canteen are definitely going to be looking for somebody, some kind of hustle, somebody to rob, somebody to extort, something. And I'm not going to say I'm perfect either. I didn't always have canteen on my books. I wasn't always able to buy $60 in canteen every week in my younger days. And I remember having to hustle like crazy. Like I would order like $40 in canteen as a younger one, and try to like take 10 of that to try to make more money with, like either gambling or like you know little deals here and there. And then one day I decided, you guys are gonna freaking laugh at this, okay? One day I decided to all of a sudden become vegan because I knew the vegan diet had two peanut butters and soy milk every meal. Oh my god! So okay, the soy milks come every meal in a styrofoam bowl, and people can save their food in there. We don't have nothing to save our stuff, so that's like really really important. I get three of those a day, and then it's it's soy milk. It doesn't have no like milk in it. It's soya bean milk, right? It's because I'm lactose. I really am lactose intolerant though. I'm not vegan, but I'm lactose. Um, so I went on vegan just so I could get the freaking peanut butter and all that. But then all of a sudden it's like, okay, you're on vegan. You're only eating tofu, like veggies, stuff like that, right? So that was fun. But no, some of the stuff was pretty good though, like little red peppers and green peppers or whatever, right? But what I used to do is if it was something good on the menu, like for the actual regular meals, like say it's a burger or like chicken burger or chicken nuggets or one of the half decent meals, I would go and buy the meal off one of the guys that don't have canteen. They don't like it or they want to sell it so bad for a bag of chips or they want something else, a chocolate bar or you know they're craving for a chocolate bar over that dinner. So guys will do that. Guys will offer other guys if they fucking know that they're not a big eater and they like the junk food. They just like to fill up on junk food. They'll literally fucking will literally buy that shit. That's how freaking hungry people are. A short like 30 seconds using a jail recipe. Oh fuck, good idea. Sunset's been just going in on the chat today. Thank you for all the comments, yo. A prison cooking channel, like all of you, Paul too. Prison cooking channel. Menu for vegans, Muslims, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Muslims get their own halal meals. Well, yeah, that's probably what they are. Well, the vegan meals, some of them don't taste that bad. Like they had two big, what are they called? Veggie vegan burgers, but they were like bigger than the regular burgers that we would get. They were like huge, right? And they're like thick like this. And they gave you two of them. When the normal people, the regular burger only got one, and it's like a little thing. The menus for different groups are fascinating. Right. Okay. Okay, I can try to find out the different menus. Sure. That's cool. Because usually we have it written on the wall right there, and it's like a recipe. They have it right down to the last freaking sugar packet, last down to the last freaking creamer, whatever you can think of. If there's a salt and pepper in there, they're gonna know about it and they're gonna mark that on that. And it's honestly, it's all accurate. It's crazy how it's so accurate because it's so much time. You're so damn bored. You just so do anything to keep your mind off of the fact that you're locked in. Right? Do you get that? Now, what I was speaking on confinement before, and I kind of changed the subject because I was getting a little weirded out. Because when I watched that, when Chad friggin' interviewed that guy, and I seen that guy tell that story, literally, I had a tear come to my eye, man. But I didn't come out. But I felt it almost like come out, and I was just like, oh my god. Like I felt for him in that moment because to have to want to do that to yourself in confinement, I can't even imagine what his mind was going through or what his mind was thinking. But I know what mine was thinking when I was in there for 5 months straight. And I don't think anyone should ever go in there more than a week or 10 days because after a week or 10 days, you're not the same. Like, you're getting used to it kind of almost. It's weird, but you're never going to get used to it. But it's like you've got over the fact you're not getting out of there. And it's fucking weird. It's just the weirdest experience because they'll take everything. Even if it's LOPE, loss of all privileges, they call it. They call it LOPE. Oh shit, you can't see that. They call it LOPE, loss of all privileges, right? And they'll put a big magnet on your door at the hook. And fucking, if they do that, that means literally they'll come in the morning time, 5 a.m. or whatever it is, and fucking take the mattress or get you to take your mattress and put it outside the cell, right? They're so freaking cruel about the food. Literally, you'll have a bag of canteen sitting right there where your mattress is in front of your door. You can see it out your little window, out your little hatch. There's your canteen bag right there. And literally, they won't let you have none of it. Your own food, because you're on punishment, loss of all privileges. It's just retarded. And they'll try to break you in any way they can in the mind. They're gonna try to break you down, and they're gonna try to, and then you're gonna end up. Honestly, some guys do get broken, and they start screaming and yelling and banging on the door. Let me out, let me out, let me out, like just going crazy on the door, like um, just going ham on the door, kicking it for hours and hours, just not stopping. Like I've heard a bunch of crazy shit in there. So they starve you. It's almost like they fucking just give you they don't starve you, they give you the bare minimal amount of calories to survive, to actually whatever. But the thing is, 90% of the stuff people don't eat because it's so nasty. Like a lot of the stuff you'll see people waste most of their tray and just take a couple of little the good things out of it. And it's fucking to the point where, yeah, if you don't have canteen for your own self, you kind of, your stomach's probably touching your back, and yeah, they probably are starving you. And when you're in the damn hole, it's when you're in the hole, it's over. They're fucking starving you. You don't even get the same food as General Pop when you're in the hole. Okay, you get some fucking whatever they decide. It could be last week's fucking lunch for all I know. Like for real, you don't get the same freaking food. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Tonight's supposed to be freaking such and such night, because I know their schedule because I was there for so long, right? So I'm thinking, what is it going to be? Oh, okay, tonight's actually half decent. It comes and it's fucking this shit. And I'm just like, huh? What? Why is this shit here again? Stupid guys, you know. But if your canteen can't be reached, totally cool. Yeah, that's what I mean. And like, okay, you'll have like a nurse come by, like to hand out meds to people, and you call her over, hey, nurse, nurse, come here for a second, you know, or she'll come by to give you your anxiety med, and fucking next thing you know, because I'm on anxiety meds since I was like 18, so it's just one little pill. So anyway, she comes over, you call her, nurse come over, and I'm like, yo, can you get me something out of that bag, my food, my canteen's right there. I'm not allowed to have it, but just can you grab me some out of it, right? She grabs me a couple of canteen items out of it. She's about to hand it into the hatch, and the guard sees it and says, hey, 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 you don't give him none of that. Hey, don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing. Huh? What a jerk. You know what I mean? And it's like they're sitting there with your canteen and you can't even fucking touch it. I've never heard of that before, but these guys do that shit to you in the hole. And you guys have probably heard me talk about this maybe on the channel if you've watched a lot of my stuff about the COs always fucking with my food when I was in there. So I used to get tripped out and think that the fucking COs were trying to fuck with my food. And anything that was liquid, I wouldn't eat. Anything that was kind of like mashy, where you wouldn't notice if somebody's put stuff in it, I would only be able to eat the solid stuff, and I would like be breaking it open and looking in it, and it was just like it got really weird because I was so freaked out about like them fucking with the food. Because what would happen? It would be like the weirdest shit happening. It would be like your whole juice cup in the middle of the fucking vegetables, or dumped over the bread, or so now the whole middle of the bread's missing, and it's just that like it's just okay. And then the way they mess with you too, you're supposed to get this little tiny bit out on this balcony. They call it a yard. It's not a yard. It's just a little balcony with like holes in the ceiling so you can get fresh air somehow. But it is outside on a balcony. Okay. They bring you out there. That's supposed to be your yard. But the way they come around to ask you about it in the hole is fucked up. It'll be like 5 a.m. And if you're sleeping, they will fucking not even like. This is how fucked up guards are. Like they could easily be like, "Hey, dude, you want yard?" And some of them, I'm not gonna lie, maybe 10% of them might do that. But the other 90% sneak to your fucking cell. If you're not standing right there at the fucking window at that time and say, yes, I want yard, yes, I want shower, yes, I want the phone, they ask you for that shit every morning at like 5 a.m. And some people that just got to the hole don't know that shit. They're just sleeping, trying to sleep till breakfast. And then they come around and they literally do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. To be fair, Sweden is a smaller country with less immigration compared to the US. Oh, okay. Some prisons in Europe, they eat well. Okay, listen to this. In the Don jail, it was a little bit different because the inmates cooked the food. In the super jails that I was speaking on, they're all the same. They look identical. They get the identical food. It's almost the same exact diet. It's almost everything the same. They come in the same trays. It'll be like a hot tray that's like clear brownish, kind of clearish, that we make real good jiggas out of. And then there's those real like big plasticky kind of one with a lid. And those are where your like bread is and like your coffee or whatever you got, condiments and stuff, or like your little juice cup, or not juice cup, fruit cup. And then maybe what else would be in there? Oh, maybe like a fruit, like an apple or an orange or something. So that's what you get for those cold trays. And they will be like, oh no, like you don't get no hot tray and cold tray in there in the hole when you're supposed to get a hot tray and a cold tray every meal. So unless it's a cold lunch. So then they come and start collecting all these trays. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Like you freaking don't even give them time to eat. And if you're not okay, I'm just gonna backtrack for 1 second because I didn't get to finish about the thing with the hole. So yeah, you literally have to be standing at the thing, waiting there for them, or are they gonna mark it on the sheet that you said no, that you didn't want yard, you didn't want the phone, and you didn't want that. I forgot to say that to conclude that story. Yeah, they literally do that, guys. They freaking mark it down on the thing while you're sleeping. They kind of sneak up and fucking mark it. They'll be like this loud. Hey, hey, Fraser, do you want yard? Like, how's that gonna wake someone up that's in a deep sleep? Ironically, they have a really low reoffending rate. Very true in Sweden. Oh, Sweden, their jails are like hotels. Damn, that would be cool. Some prisons in Europe they eat well. Oh, sorry, I read that already. Yeah, fuck. I know some prisons you do eat well, but I'm just telling you about the super jails that we're speaking on. These places are fucked. They literally feed you the same shit, but a lot of the stuff is mystery, and not a lot of people will eat it. Like there's certain meals that come that the whole freaking range throws the meal out. Even homeless people that are like starving, that have been homeless and they came in off the street because they were homeless and they just wanted to go to jail for the winter. Like I know guys like that, literally that are in jail every winter, and that's kind of sad on its own. If you think about it, just because he doesn't want to freeze to death. But if your canteen can't, oh, never mind. China Mac does well with the food content, so definitely a good idea. Yeah, China Mac does do good with the food content. He's doing the food kind of China Mac eats food kind of channel, but this was like more like jail recipe kind of channel or jail recipe food what we were doing. I was just giving recipes that were from my specific jail, some stuff that we did, stuff that I've seen everybody do all the time. Like that was a big deal, that punch stuff, because the guys used to like basically, if the gangs made that shit and they didn't pass a cup to a certain person, that would mean like that person don't have rank type shit. It was literally like that deep with the punch. If you didn't get punched, then obviously you're not a you're not a G, You're just fucking whatever. They're not giving you no punch. They're not giving you no jug up. They're not giving you shit. But you can come over and stand there for an extra number and make them look good. I loved the fact that I went through all this stuff and I lived through it and I can speak on it. I don't love the fact that I went through it all and the stuff that I did and how everything made me feel. But I like that it's over and done with and that it's all over. And I'll never, honest to God, I'm not ever going to be breaking no laws again. So I don't really care. I'm not going to be going back and I'm not going to be breaking no laws, that's for sure. I'm law abiding and it's not worth it. Nothing's worth your freedom. Like I seen Shooter saying the other day on his live yesterday, I believe it was yesterday. He was saying all this stuff like that I had said earlier that day. He didn't know I said it. He wasn't around. he said that on his own. It's just real, recognize real people who say the same shit because it's real, real. So I literally just said this to my really good friend, and yeah, literally like that day, like that same day, or like the day before, I was talking like that, and I was telling all that stuff like your freedom, like it's just you're gonna be like just to get up and go to the fridge and get your own drink out of the fridge is like um, something that I really appreciate. Just being able to go walk outside your door and not feel like you're trapped in, you know, that is something I appreciate. Little things like you would never expect to miss, like little things that you would never ever expect to miss, is what you're gonna miss the most. Okay, and it's going to make you be like, what? These are the things I need the most. These are the things that mean the most to me. And all those material shit aren't going to mean shit when you're in jail. It's the material things aren't nothing. It's the physical. You know what I mean? It's the mind. It's the heart. It's all that shit. That's what matters. Not no physical shit. Not no objects, I mean. I have a lot of respect for what you said about moving out of the hood and changing up your social circle. Not easy to do. No, not easy to do at all, bro. Not easy to do. You're right. But hey, it had to be done, or I'd be probably doing life or dead right now. For real, Paul. I was getting to that point in life, like before all this happened, and I changed my life around in 2017. I haven't been back since, so I consider that really, really good. Before that, it was just like, you know, it was just that life, man. It was just, and if I did that and I kept going back to that, if I would have got out and went right back to doing that same shit like I always did, it would be, what do they call that? You're crazy if you do it twice, or if you don't learn the first time or something, you're crazy. Because or you keep repeating the same thing and trying to change it, some shit like that. So keep repeating it and trying to change it, and it won't change. But yeah. Oh, yo, Muffin Man, what's up? What's up, fam? LTF all day. For real, for real. Oh man, we've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes already. Holy crap. That's freaking crazy. See, because I have such a good time with you guys because you guys are fucking family. Just shooting the shit with y'all. And time goes by quickly. But when I'm just sitting there and no one's saying nothing, then time kind of drags a bit. But you guys always keep the chat going. That's what I love. I love that shit about you guys, man. You guys see me pause up in the story. It's like you'll just fucking ask a question, and that's respect right there. Get me keep going. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear the story, do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, and that makes you crazy. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the thing I meant. That's what I was saying. Whoa! Oh man, I had my foot up on the coffee table thing, and freaking it slipped off. Don't worry, I'm alright. Okay. Oh, we got 9 people here. Word up. What's going on? Who just came in? Smash the like, everybody. 7 likes. Smash it. Smash it. Smash it up. We were just talking about what were we talking about before everybody came in? Let me see. Even though jail was hard to live through, do you think it saved your life? Okay, that was a great question, Sunset. Yeah, I do actually. I do think it saved my life because what I was just saying before all the jail time and all that, I was at the point in my life where I was such addicted to OxyContin, Oxy 80s and stuff. I was such a bad person that I didn't care if I died. I didn't care if I shot someone. I didn't care if I got shot. I just wanted the pills. And I don't even know how many people that I robbed. I honestly don't. I know it's a lot. And I know that a lot of dealers were scared to deal with me. And a lot of dealers would not answer the phone and show up because they're scared. But if I would like ask for like 3 pills, they would do it. If I asked for like 100 pills or some shit, they'd be like freaked out and they wouldn't show up because like I had already robbed like almost every dealer at that point, and it was just like these guys are gonna come and kill me, or like when they come try to kill me, I'm gonna kill them. One of these guys that I had robbed before, and yeah, it's stupid. You know what I mean? It's a stupid life, and that's why I'm so glad that I changed my life around and living a totally different lifestyle. It's like totally different. I've never lived like this before. It's crazy to me. Like people say, you're just there by yourself all the time. Like, don't you get bored? Why don't you do something? Why don't you go out and do this or that? I already lived all that shit, dude. I already been there and done all that. I ain't going running around wild like some teenager. Are you crazy? Damn, I just did fucking hella time. I'm fucking chilling. I'm happy. I'm happy just to be outside, you know. So that's why when people think like, oh, you must be lonely, this and that. Oh, well, yeah, sure, it does sometimes, but you got to remember, fuck, you're always alone in your cell in confinement. You know what I mean? So it's almost the same shit, except for here, you're not locked in. You can walk right out if you want to. You know, which when I really need to get drinks or I need to go to work construction or I need to do really important things, I go. If not, I just stay here in my little cell. I love it in here because it's so fucking small in here. And it's like, honestly, I can touch the walls like this. Right? Yeah, see? From finger to finger like that. And that reminds me of my old cell for sure in the dawn. Because that was the only one that you could really touch both walls. Because those super jails were a little wider because had a they had a table with a stool on each side for the two cellies, and then they had the bunk with bolted in, and then the sink and the shower. Where in the dawn they just have like the bars, and then as soon as you look in, there's the toilet right there and the bunk. And that's it. How did you learn construction skills? Oh, I learned construction skills from my father actually. Um, yeah, my father, like I lived on my own and stuff since I was 15, but my father and I like kept in close contact, and he would always call me up when he needed me, and if he needed me for like work for construction, something he's doing, or if he needed me for to sell his oxys. Um, Either one of those, he would call me up, and then we would go hang out and do what we had to do, either the job, the work, and he would sit there in his wheelchair and keep me company and explain to me how to do it. How to do the shit, the construction. So that's how I learned how to do the framing. I learned it all that way through my dad sitting there in the wheelchair and explaining to me out his mouth because he knows how to do it. And I was acting as if like I'm his arms and his legs and shit. And so he's telling me everything to do, kind of being the mental kind of person, mental, and I'm doing the physical. You know what I mean? Hey James, what up, fam? What are you saying, fam? So what do you think of that answer? What do you think of that answer? Honestly, that's what it was. It was my dad. My dad got me in trouble, like with the oxys. Not in trouble with the cops, but in trouble with the oxys, like uh, exposing me to them, like showing me them. But he never expected me to be like doing them. I don't think that was his purpose. He just wanted money. He's just really, really about money, you know. And I convinced him, hey, I can do if you don't give me the regular money you give me, because he give me $100 or something for doing it, and is like, oh, Dad, I can make more money if you just give me a few pills and I can sell them for more, so I can get more than my $100, type of shit, right? So when I convinced him to do that, then now I had three that or whatever it was that I don't have to worry about it because I'm never gonna like steal out of the bottle when I go up to go do the deal. We count them out, and it's my dad. Fuck, and we go and we count them on the table and shit, anyways, because the guy's gonna be showing fucking a lot of money. 4 grand's a lot, especially for a little kid like that. I was what, fucking like 13 or something, you know, 13 doing fucking 100 oxy deal, was my dad, but I mean, I had to run in there and do it. So because he would have got robbed being quadriplegic. Do you not understand that? So there's lots of other things too that my dad exposed me to. It wasn't just that. Like he taught me how to crime. Like crime taught me how to steal. Like certain things. Like not like petty stealing. Like steal big things. Like I won't even get into it. But just yeah, he taught me how to steal and like heist, and he taught me how to like basically be a gangster almost. Like he's like trying to raise me like a gangster. Like trying to like make me like kind of like him almost. And he was like wearing the fedoras and shit and the suits and driving the like GTO convertibles and um, he was he was a self-made, you know, poor. You know what I mean? Poor growing up, just like I was, you know. But my grandparents had 8 kids. That's the difference with my dad. He had a lot of brothers and sisters. Right? Where my mom, I was the only child from my mom, single mom, you know. And then my dad had more kids though, like with his other girl, with another girl. I hope everyone in the chat had a great day. Yeah, bro, we're doing good, man. We got 10 people in the chat. We're doing awesome. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put that down for a minute. So yeah, we got 10 people here. 8 likes. Yo, everybody smash the like, please. Everybody smash that like, yo. Dorothy, and it's free. So yeah, guys, this is just like a random live that I don't normally do. Normally I do the lives on Saturday night. You guys know that. Um, I normally do them on Saturday nights. And yeah, I normally do them for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we usually just kick it and have a good time and just chill and shoot the shit. And I don't want to like hold everybody up because it's almost dinner time. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got to go eat dinner and all that. But damn, it's been an hour and a half. We're doing freaking pretty good here. If you guys want me to chill for like 5, 10 more minutes, I will. Because we've been having a good little thing. I was planning on just doing it for like an hour, half hour, but I wanted to just say hi to y'all, and I wanted to be able to go live for the people in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I'll start to come on for the Saturdays. All right, cool, bro. Respect. Appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. I could go longer, guys, but I'm getting really tired. You know what I mean? So I think I should go start editing, fixing up those other ones that I want to upload. I want to get those uploaded for you guys. You know what I mean? I got to get something to eat for real. I haven't been eating and drinking even because I've been so fucking busy. It's like you don't even have time to cook for yourself being a single person like that. Like literally, I've been going to the coffee shop and fucking eating and drinking every day. You can ask my friend that I tell everything to. Fucking, I swear to God, every day for like 3 days, buying breakfast from the coffee shop, lunch and dinner, or not lunch, but breakfast and dinner. Crazy. And it's fucking way too much. It doesn't seem like much, like $15 a day or some shit in the morning, but it does because it's like what $30 a day you're giving this coffee shop. Think about that in a week. Like if you think about it like that, but honestly, I don't really give a shit. If I am hungry, I need food, and if I don't have fucking time to be able to cook something, then what the hell can you do, right? You gotta buy something. All good, man. Get some rest. Thanks again for the wrench. I'll have a great night. Yeah, bro, for real, for real. You know. Peace out, Paul. I'm gonna say bye to everybody right now. Okay. See you later, Paul. Thanks for joining. Sunset, thank you for all the comments and thank everybody for the comments. Peace out, Sunset. See you later, Muffin Man. LTF, brother. For real. James, thanks, bro. Respect. Thanks, mine was good. Other than having to miss work to put the water pump on the radiator in my truck, but good thing it's done. Yeah, for real. You had a hard day at work too. And who else was here? So see you later, James. Thanks for dropping in, dog. Oh yeah, Robin. Thanks for coming in, Robin and Bugsy. Or sorry, Ruby. Robin wasn't here, was she? Or yeah, Robin and Ruby and Gorilla, James, Bruce, JM, Nisbet. All right. think that's them. If I missed anybody, sorry, bro. If I missed anybody, sorry. All right. Peace. Remember, I think at the very, very top, right here, is the Cash App if anyone wants to do the PayPal. All right, everybody, I love y'all, and we'll see y'all in the next one. And yeah, I'm gonna have some shorts and some uploads coming out in the next day. All right, bye.